Images of a new Russian base at the top of the world this morning are fueling concerns about new tensions in the Arctic. The outpost is part of an expanding Russian military presence in the region. The area is rich in oil and gas reserves. The complex is located in a desolate area at the edge of the Arctic Circle. Jonathan Vigalotti is in London with how Russia is racing to secure untapped resources. Jonathan, good morning.
Good morning. With Arctic sea ice melting thanks to rising temperatures, a once frozen ocean is now open for business. Legally, it's still unclear who can lay stake to the territory, but the Kremlin knows how persuasive a good show of force can be. President Putin has never been one to pass up a photo op, and his latest candidates come from the icy Arctic. Photographed in March, pensively walking among glaciers. The Kremlin has also previously released video of reindeer riding Russian soldiers. All of this part of the unveiling of the country's crown jewel. Russia's sprawling Trefoil military base, located just outside the Arctic Circle, can house 150 troops and warplanes. While parts of the base remain top secret, the military offered up a virtual tour of the interior of the building. This PR rollout comes as Moscow moves to lay claim to the region's huge oil and gas reserves, believed to be worth as much as $35 trillion. Russia, the U.S., Canada, Denmark, and Norway have all been trying to assert jurisdiction over parts of the Arctic. Robert English is a former Defense Department policy analyst.
We all stand to make money in the Arctic, but of course this will all grind to a halt if we see a new arms race instead.
While the U.S. has a military presence in the Arctic, including airfields and infantry bases, there is concern in Washington that Russia has pushed in recent years to expand its own military capabilities there, its most significant buildup in the region since the end of the Cold War. Secretary of Defense James Mattis addressed the issue during his confirmation hearings.
What do you think Russia is trying to achieve in the Arctic with that massive military buildup?
I don't know. I believe, however, that we are going to have to figure it out.
For now, Russia's flag seems to be firmly planted on the top of the world. And some U.S. senators have already called on the Trump administration to grow its presence in the Arctic, including building more ice-breaking ships. Russia is believed to have 40 of the vessels. The U.S., Nora, only has 2.
Jonathan, great reporting. I'm glad we did this. This is a future battlefront, is certainly the Arctic.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the conflict with Russia is now global. Every part of the earth, including the top and the bottom.
Arctic. Yeah.
It's just interesting to see Russian riding reindeer. I mean, what do you say? What do you say? Reindeer riding Russians. I thought that was an interesting image.
Right. You always think about horseback cavalry, not reindeer.
Or Santa.
Or Santa.